Hello, my name is Jim Ayala. I'm the CEO of Rescue Hearing, and I wanted to give our viewers and website visitors a little update on our science. Our first initial product, as we call it RHI 100, is a gene therapy, and it targets patients who have progressive hearing loss, meaning these patients are born with normal hearing, but over the course of time, because they have a genetic mutation, they go deaf. And our initial product, which is RHI 100, targets the gene that causes this mutation. And we've been working for the past 3 years to develop a mouse model that mimics the human disease progression. And we were able to create that mouse model because it wasn't available off the shelf. We had to actually engineer it. And our scientific team of Dr. Heinrich Staker, Dr. Zhengyi Chen at Mass Eye and Ear, Dr. Shuzong Liu at the University of Miami, and our newest addition, Dr. Jeff Holt at Boston Children's, have all been collaborating to get this wonderful data that we've been able to obtain. We did engineer the mouse. We did put together our RHI 100 product, our drug product. We injected the mice. And what we were hoping to see was the ability for our drug and our therapy to halt the progression of deafness. That was what we were shooting for in terms of a positive, statistically significant result, was to halt the progression. So we began our experiments in, I believe it was October of 2019, and we began to get the data back. We were pleasantly surprised and actually astonished with the data that came back, and that we were not only able to halt the progression of the diseased mouth's deafness, but we were in some cases actually even able to rescue the hearing, meaning to improve the hearing of the mouse that was going deaf. And this data for us was monumental, and so we are very, very happy to be able to begin to incorporate this data into our investor presentations. And right now, the team, after obtaining this wonderful data, the team is now working on gathering the data to be put into a scientific publication, a peer-reviewed scientific publication that will be available to the scientific community. We can share these great results. This particular milestone is essentially called producing positive proof of concept data in an animal model, and that's what we are doing. And we're anxious to share this data with the scientific community because we are very proud of the results, and this is going to help us take this the next step in the process is to now begin to engineer RHI 100, our therapy, for human clinical trials. And that's where we are at this moment. So right now we're in the process of putting together this documentation that the FDA requires, and the event is called a pre-IND meeting. This is a meeting that you have with the FDA to show them that your drug, that you have put together the studies to show that your drug is safe to begin a human clinical trial. So this next milestone, which is called the pre-IND meeting with the FDA, is where we are right now in terms of preparing our regulatory documentation to present to the FDA. Another interesting approach that we're taking is we're doing a dual regulatory approach, in that we are getting regulatory approval to conduct a clinical trial in the United States via the FDA, and also in Europe. We are pursuing the same type of regulatory approval, the same type of meeting with the EMA, which is the European Medicine Association, which is the regulatory body that regulates clinical trials in Europe. So Rescue Hearing is pursuing a dual regulatory approval strategy so that we can conduct our initial trial either in the United States or in Europe.